about the entertainment business that much, but I know there's like so many levels. Like you said, you started with the T-shirt and your brand. Speak on that. Like I know branding is the most important thing before you even get to any other
So
level
for
of
me,
business.
I started that when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I started the clothing thing when I was in high school because I wanted to start a clothing line.
Okay.
And I was dating a young girl at the time, and I said, look, I want to start a clothing line. What you think? And this is way before my mom passed me. This was about, I want to say, sophomore year, freshman year, I think.
What school you go to?
I went to Westfield.
Westfield?
Westfield,
Wow.
to Klein Forest.
Yeah.
And then I went to Westfield High School.
So you from the Spring area, right?
From the north side and
Okay.
south. My dad from Acres Home, my mom from Third Ward. So I grew up with my mom as a kid on the north side.
Yeah.
And also,
How y'all doing today? This is Midas Drop, and we are Midas Print. Today we have a special guest. He's gonna tell y'all about his entertainment business, and also we're gonna go into how he even fell upon into the entertainment industry. What's up, man?
What's up,
P?
bro? What's up, nice
P?
to meet you, man? P. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, bro. So I got my own company called Paradachi Entertainment.
Yeah.
I started about 4 years ago. I want to say 4 years ago, about 2017, 2018.
Okay.
A little bit right after my mom passed. I wanted to get in that business because, like, ever since I was a kid, it was like a dream of mine.
Yeah.
Passion and stuff like that. So I knew very early what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like very, very early. I wanted to be in music. Come from a music background family. My pops always been in entertainment business, so I think that's why I got like a lot of the drive and inspiration from him.
Okay.
And just seeing him on the day to day, being a CEO, being a boss, how to run a business.
Yeah.
I knew then, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just knew, and I think a lot of, my mom and people knew. But as you get older, you drift off, get into other things, and stuff like that. So that was my whole thing. I got into other things, and I forgot. I ain't forget, but you lose thought of what you really want to do when you're young.
Yeah.
And then once I realized my purpose and God placed it on my heart, bro, I just dived right into it.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying every minute of it ever since.
For real?
Yeah, for sure.
That's interesting. Like, it's like basically almost like family business, right? So
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Does your dad? I was looking at Instagram, and I think it was your dad, the man with the dreads.
No, so
or
that's
somebody.
Ace.
Ace. That's your mentor.
That's my mentor. That's
Okay.
my cousin. But
Oh,
Ace,
snap.
Yeah. So that's Ace. I met Ace when I first started.
Oh, for real?
When I first started, bro.
Okay.
When I first started, man, I'm a hustler, bro. So
Yeah.
I'm cool with the social media thing.
Uh-huh.
It's cool. I do it. I have to do it.
Yeah.
And it's great for the business that I'm in.
Uh-huh.
But, bro, I'm going to go get the money. I'm going to hit the streets.
Yeah.
I'm going to promote, pass out the flyers, and sell tickets and online.
Yeah.
When I met him, I was in Missouri City at the time. I think I was just starting, and I was promoting my first party. I was promoting my first party called Players Ball.
Yeah.
And it was at Plush Bar and Grill right in Greenspoint, right down the street from here. And I went inside this Walmart, bro, and I was selling tickets, and I'm just going up to our color skin tone at that time in my target audience.
Yeah.
And I came across him and his wife, and his wife, he really wasn't feeling what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, who this little nigga? You know what I'm saying? But his wife was really enthused about what I was saying.
Yeah.
I just gave it a whole rundown. Look, I'm throwing a party. Y'all come out, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And she was like, go ahead and get my husband number because this is what he used to do.
Yeah.
And, bro, I had so many questions. Of course, I had my old man in my ear giving me the game and shit like that. But, bro, I just wanted to know everything. You know what I'm saying? And I called him, and he's like, yeah, man, my wife told me you remind her of me. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my thing. We've been locked in ever since, bro. Like, anything I want to do, he answered the phone. Any meeting, he there.
So my thing is, I don't know too much, but like, I'm glad that like we had like connected on social media because I have a lot of questions. Just like in entertainment, like you're a party promoter, right? So like you have that business. I'm trying to figure out like how do you even go about getting in those meetings with people and trying to get those spaces where you can actually host those parties?
Bro, you know what's interesting? I'm 22, bro. 22.
What? Well, yeah, I figured 22 was.
Bro.
You said 4 years ago you started.
4 years
so
ago
you
I
was
started. When
18,
I was about 17.
17.
Almost turning 18, something
Wow.
like that. Yeah. So, bro, to be honest with you, it's not for everybody, and I think that's the most interesting thing about it.
Yeah.
Because when you go into these meetings, it's different sharks in the game in this business. And this business is a very cutthroat business. So for me, luckily I had, you know, the aces of the world and my old man of the world
Yeah.
to actually teach me and know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 17, I went to Plush. I started doing COVID, bro. Doing COVID. And this was at a time to where, you know, people were saying, stay back from each other and everything like that. But I wanted it so bad. I just called Plush and I was like, I would like to throw a party.
Yeah.
You know, whoop. And they said, okay, well, come up here. And when I went in, bro, I said, look, I'm going to sell the tickets. Tell me the capacity of the venue, that how many people it hold. I let you make all the money off of the bar and let me make the money off of the door.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was a win-win, bro. In every meeting, you just have to know what you're worth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't work for a promotion company. I have my own entertainment company. And I don't work for no club. So when I go in, I can't just look out for my best interest. I also have to look out for the business owner's best interest as well. And even if I'm not doing a club venue and I'm doing a regular venue, if I'm doing a theater, if I'm working with a promoter, both of our interests have to be valued. You get what I'm saying? So I have to put it on a table to where it's going to fit, their criteria of what they're trying to do as well. And luckily, bro, from 17 to 22, I've been able to do it. And it's funny you said it because one of my closest friends, he was like, bro, the fact that you able to go in meetings with grown-ass men and get them to sign a contract.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In this business, I hate to say it, but it's like, it's either you get fucked over, you know what I'm saying, excuse my language, or you just, you get ate or you don't.
Yeah.
But you got to be the one to eat, so you got to really be smart when you go into the meetings.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 'Cause I'm like, entertainment business is cutthroat. You know, it's kind of like the music game.
It is.
For sure, yeah, it makes sense because it's parties and everything. Yeah. So have you do you like get certain hip hop artists to come there?
Yeah.
R&B artists? Tell us about that.
For most of it, bro, it just depends on who you want and what type of event you want to throw. For me, I'll throw anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have a certain thing that I won't throw because I never want to just be a promoter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's easy booking people. Like we just did this past summer, we did a pool party at Clay. We got Ruby Rose to show up.
Who?
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose. Okay, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. And then it just depends, man. Like it depends on who you want. You can get anybody. You just got to get in contact with them, and it can be from hip hop to R&B. It can be from comedy. It can be from an influencer.
Yeah.
It can be an athlete or whatever the case may be. So it just depends on what you want to do.
Wow. Yeah. That kind of like reminds me of like doing podcasts in a way, but I know what you doing is like on a large scale. You're doing a lot of people. Do you receive any like whiplash from doing that? Because it's definitely a people business. Like you said, it's already cutthroat. I'm like, how do you deal with the lower level people, not just the business owner, but the people like just in the crowds?
Everybody got their own way of looking at what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is I never cared about what people think or say.
Yeah.
A lot of people that have inputs are not in this business.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So if you're not in this business, you don't know what's going on. You can only go by what you see.
Yeah.
I've been labeled as so many things, bro. I've been labeled as a player.
Right.
Doing it for the females and everything like that. And I get it.
Yeah.
Because that's the look.
Yeah,
you know
that is.
And believe it or not, everybody want to be a part of nightlife. So for me, it's like, I want the positive. I want the people that's coming to party. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, hey, that's up to you. But it's always somebody saying some negative things. Bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, it's crazy, bro. I done heard the most funniest things, and they don't understand that it's a business. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. Like, this is a business.
Yeah.
Now, it's some promoters out here that have messed it up for people like me that's actually trying to run a business.
Okay.
To where other people look at it to like, I already know what promoters be on. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them go in this business for the women, for the money, for the looks and the glamour and stuff like that. But in order for you to continue to do this, like I'm trying to do, it has to be strictly business. Bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you say the ones that messed it up, like, so you've been hearing like horror stories over time since you've been in it?
A lot of stuff, bro.
Let me at least hear one,
bro,
or two of them, three of them.
Bro, it's been times where people have gone into meetings and when it comes time to count the money, bro, things go wrong. Because some people are greedy.
Wow.
It's been times where clubs have closed down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the promoter. It's just the owner. And people that's not in the business, they don't get that. They don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's been times to where, a certain artist, bro, can show up. Let's say you want to bring Chris Brown to the Toyota Center.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And okay, let's say you had to pay him a deposit for him to come.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to pay for his, his entourage. You got to pay for his rider. His rider includes his entourage, his background singers, his road manager, his tour bus, whatever he need. That's included in that package.
Yeah.
So let's say when he gets here, this is hypothetically saying, when he gets here, you probably owe him another $200,000, hypothetically speaking. And when he walks through the door, he might say, "Hey, look, I'm gonna need, my cash before I even hit the stage."
Yeah.
But because of the promoter ain't taking care of his business, he didn't fucked off the money, ain't took care of his business, not giving him the money. Chris Brown will leave and say, "Forget it, I'm not performing." And then the audience will think, "Oh, Chris Brown don't want to perform." No, it's not that. It's the business behind the scenes that you don't see.
Yeah.
So if it's a concert, if it's a party, if it's a, any type of event that you're doing, as a promoter, you have to understand that this is a business. This ain't a game. Now you have different promoters.
Yeah.
You got club promoters. Club promoters are the promoters that just are in the club.
Yeah, yeah.
You got, promoters that do tours.
Yeah.
Like you got certain promoters that do, bigger venues. So it just depends on what type of promoter you want to be. Boxing promoters.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all the same though.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of like UFC, like Dana White.
Floyd Mayweather, or Don King.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So this whole time, like those people that you see in the forefront and like basically like showcasing these people that are like highly talented, those people are just promoters.
They're promoters.
I ain't never knew that this whole time.
Well, yeah, some of them are. And a lot of people don't understand. Like I remember one time I had a friend of mine, she said, "So when are you really going to get, like, what are you going to do with your career? What do you want to do with your life?"
Yeah.
I said, "I'm already doing it. I'm an entrepreneur." Mind you, I don't work 9 to 5. I don't work. I do this strictly just hustle.
Right.
So she was like, when you gonna actually get a real job? And I'm like, this is what I do for a living.
Yeah.
She's like, you can't make no money being a promoter. And I'm like, but I can't get mad at that because she don't understand the business.
Yeah.
If you don't understand the business, of course you're gonna have your your horrors of that ain't real. And of course it's not real to the person that's not in it.
Yeah.
But for me, bro, it's a lot of money to be made in promotion, bro.
Right.
It's a lot, bro. It is a lot. It's a lot.
Do you think social media has a lot to play in that, of like this being a lot more money than there was back then, or is it still the same?
I think it's still the same.
It is?
think you just have to have the hustle.
Okay.
For me, I promote on my social media about 5, 6, 7 times a day.
Yeah.
From the time I wake up from 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm promoting from that time. I promote 1 o'clock.
Okay.
I promote 5 o'clock. I'm promoting at 8 o'clock, and I'm promoting at 10 o'clock before I go to bed, or whatever time I go to bed. So I'm always posting my flyers.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know if you're familiar with Horseman, but Horseman is a big promoter.
Okay. I don't know.
Also, like, this dude is in his 60s, bro. And this dude hits the streets, putting out the flyers. He's in the clubs doing this. But a lot of people think he doesn't, because he doesn't. He can pay people to do it.
Yeah.
But you get the passion and enthusiasm from doing that. So for me, just because you're throwing a party doesn't mean people going to show up if you don't promote it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, it's different type of promotion. You can do social media. You can do radio advertisement. You can do email blasts. You can do different type of things. Either way it goes, you still have to do the legwork.
Yeah.
You still have to do word of mouth. You still have to do the things behind the scenes so you can have an event. Because just because you bring in Beyonce and don't nobody know she coming, don't mean people going to show up.
Right.
So it's all up to the promoter to promote the event. Yeah.
So do you feel any like tremendous pressure when you like getting these things together, or like you just like kind of like long as you put your best foot forward and doing the marketing, the sales, you cool?
I feel pressure all the time.
All the time?
All the time, but it's good pressure for me.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I have a gift. This is what I like to do. I love bringing different cultures and different people in one room. And, bro, music is so diverse and it's so cultural to where, bro, black, white, Hispanic, you can bring everybody in the room and everybody's just going to vibe.
Right.
You know, you might have a few people that might get into it from nine, here and there. But for me, everybody throughout the week, bro, is going through something.
Yeah.
Somebody had a bad day at work. You know what I'm saying? Somebody lost a relative. Somebody going through a breakup or a divorce. Their kids giving them a hard time. And they looking for a reason to go out and have a good time.
Yeah.
And that's where I come in. So for me, that's why I said I never just wanted to just be a promoter. I wanted to be in the entertainment business.
Okay.
I wanted to get in the entertainment game. You know, I wanted to do everything in entertainment, from music to having our own record label to promotions to promoting event, because I just wanted to get my foot in the door.
Yeah.
See, my whole thing was I started from a clothing line. You get what I'm saying? So from that, me promoting my brand, I just wanted people to see that.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be like this big person in the game with clothes. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I just wanted people to see the brand. And I knew if I can get people to wear my clothes and they see Paradachi Entertainment or Paradachi Persona, or if I throw a party and they see Paradachi Entertainment on top of that flyer, after a while, I start drawing a lot of attention to that name to where when I get in my 30s or 40s, I don't have to work as hard like I did when I was young. You know what I'm saying? So the pressure for me is always there, bro. The pressure was here from when I came to this damn interview. You know what I'm saying? But it's fun, bro. It's and I love it. And I'm not going to run from it because this is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? This is why God put me on this earth. So I embrace it. I embrace all of it. The good, the bad. It's just what it is.
It is pressure for sure because even me doing like, I'm done about 8 podcasts and I still feel pressure. But it's not like pressure of like, oh, man, I'm going to mess up. No, it's not. It's the pressure of like, it's going to be great because I'm here doing it. I showed up like you showed up. And I'm glad you did because like, I had a DJ come on, but I really don't know nothing about the entertainment business that much. But I know there's like so many levels. Like you said, you started with the t-shirt and your brand. Speak on that. Like I know branding is the most important thing before you even get to any other level of business.
So for me, I started that when I was in high school. I started the clothing thing when I was in high school because I wanted to start a clothing line.
Okay.
And I was dating a young girl at the time, and I said, look, I want to start a clothing line. What you think? And this is way before my mom passed me. This is about, I want to say, sophomore year, freshman year, I think.
What school you go to?
I went to Westfield.
Westfield?
I went to Klein Forest.
Yeah.
And then I went to Westfield High School.
So you from the Spring area, right?
From the north side and south. My dad from Acres Home, my mom from Third Ward. So I grew up with my mom as a kid on the north side. Yeah. And I also was back and forth with my dad on the south side as well. Right. But for me, I knew I wanted to start a clothing line. She gave me a list of names, bro. She gave me a list of names and she was like, you know, take these names and do something with them. And I was like, okay. And the one that stood out to me, bro, was Paradachi. And from that part on, I was like, okay, I'm going to start a clothing line. Woo, woo.
That does stand out.
And in high school, I started. I didn't take it seriously, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I knew that's what I wanted. Right. So when I got out of high school, bro, I bought my sister invested in me. She said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to buy you 20 to 30 hoodies. So I started hitting up everybody on Instagram. Yeah. I made the logo. I put it on the hoodie, visualize on, on social media to where you can see it, put it on Instagram. I look, if you want to pre-order, hit me up. I'll sell hoodies for $50. People start pre-ordering. Bro, I kid you not. When that pre-order just did that for me. And not so much in just sales. Yeah. But I didn't think that I was going to have the effect that I did have starting off. Because a lot of people take their time on certain things. Like, I don't got the money, so I'm not going to start. I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to start. I've never done, a period, so I'm not going to start. For me, I was like, man, fuck it, shit. If I got to put these hoodies in the back of my trunk and go on the street and sell them, that's what I would do. And I just started seeing how people was wearing it. I'm like, okay. So now, when you think of Paradachi, you can't just say, oh, he do clothes. And clothes not my main thing. I did that for marketing, purposes. Right. Just like this podcast for me, it's marketing because of the simple fact I know that I'm getting ready to go into 2024. Yes. So right now, I'm trying to hit a lot of, get on a lot of podcasts that I can to let everybody know, hey, this is what Paradachi Entertainment, getting ready to bring in the upcoming year. Okay. Just like I kicked it off last January. I did another podcast. So, yeah.
So, what is the meaning of Paradachi? It sounds like,
bro, everybody asked me that.
It's interesting. I was like, Paradachi.
Yeah, for the longest, bro, I couldn't tell you, but now I can. It's no specific meaning about it. It's just really, bro, come as who you are. Come to have fun. We're gonna turn up. I'm gonna give you a Paradachi experience. I literally have, and it never got to this point. And I'm gonna say this: I'm not where I want to be yet. Yeah. But I'm not where I once was. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And where I'm at now, I am very comfortable in it, and I know where I'm getting ready to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even when I get there, I know I'm going after that because God already told me. Right. But for me, now, bro, it's funny because I have people hit me up, all the time, like, hey, what's the mood tonight? Where you at tonight? You know what I'm saying? You come pop out in your section. And I had people from, I had a group of girls from Philadelphia hit me up. What? Like, how you get my Instagram? Because people, how the world is now. People hit you up on some crazy shit. So I'm like, how you find my Instagram? They're like, oh, we found it on the Explorer page. We trying to find something to do. Wow. Philadelphia. This is the night that we did Drake after party for his tour. and we did Drake and Chubb's after party.
Wow.
So I'm like, well, shit, I got Drake after party
Yeah.
tonight. You know, you can come in my section free of charge. I'm
Right.
giving you experience, right?
Yeah.
They came, had a great time. Had some females from New Orleans do the same thing. Had some females from Dallas do the same thing. Had some females from Atlanta do the same thing. I got some females coming from Detroit in January to come down here. Same thing. So for me, I'm giving you a Paradachi experience.
Yeah.
For the ones that want to pay, of course, they're
Yeah.
going to pay. But for the ones that want to just come and ride and see what it's about, they're going to leave there knowing, like, damn.
This was a
Damn,
Paradachi
bro.
experience.
And
like,
that's that right there
that's
is what made me be like, yeah, we finna turn up this weekend. You get what I'm saying?
For
Because
real.
For me, it's like, bro, I'm building a story. You get what I'm saying? And this is the shit that I'm gonna look back, you know, years later and be like, damn, bro, this is the gold. Like, this is what I was doing. And now it's like, you know, it's just funny, bro, now. Because now I wasn't here.
right.
Like, I was throwing parties, but nobody would show up.
Wow.
Like, literally. Nobody would show up. I was in the parking lot. Nobody came. Nobody would show up. Nobody was asking me, like, what's the move? And a lot of it had to do with me because of the inconsistency as far as actually, you know, going hard on my promotion skills.
Yeah.
But I stood there, and I took it.
So you think that was just a lack of experience? It wasn't
Lack
much
of experience because I'm still a student of the game.
Right.
And right now I'm okay with that because I'm in a season of learning. This year wasn't my best year, but I learned a lot.
Yeah.
And this was a better year than last year. But through all of it, I take it all with a grain of salt, bro, because when I first started, when I first did my first part, a lot of people came. It was paid. I was shocked. You know, everybody came.
Yeah.
But as time gone on, other people that was in the business was telling me, like, you know, bro, every party ain't gonna be the best party. Some people not gonna show up. Some people not gonna come. You know, and I was like, okay, cool. And when it happened, if my partner was here to tell you, I was standing there and the parking lot be empty.
So how did you feel when you?
I felt cool because I knew it wasn't gonna
Because they
stop.
told you that, right?
They told me
So you
that,
knew what
but
to
I
expect.
knew that this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I had to accept the failure. And that's the thing. I was comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right.
Because that gave me the opportunity, like, okay, what I'm gonna do? I gotta figure this thing out. And that's when I started digging and diving more into it. Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. And bro, I literally got to the point where I was like, I wanna win.
Yeah.
Like, I want to win. I want to be around the best promoters. Money Making Boom, Corey K, you know, Market Headliner. Market Headliner is a promoter out of Miami,
Wow.
but he does a lot of events. He has a club called Live Sundays in Miami. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Corey K is a big promoter in New York.
Yeah.
Like, I got in contact with him, and I'm picking up the phone. I'm like asking questions.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to figure out, okay, I don't want to be the promoter that's in the corner just all around the females, just doing his thing.
Yeah.
Nah, I want to be the promoter that say, okay, I want to throw this event, and this event gonna draw hundreds and 200s of thousands of people to actually come out and see what it is and what Paradachi Entertainment mean. So that within itself, bro, I understood very early on that, like, okay, yeah, this is part of it.
Yeah.
You know, obstacles gonna come.
That's a lot, man. I don't know. That's a lot. Like, having to put all your best work forward and then coming to find out nobody comes.
Yeah. It's a lot, bro. You're right. It is.
Yeah.
Cause you got to think about all the promotion, bro.
But did it make you feel better that what they said was actually true? They weren't trying to like play you or nothing. They were being brutally honest. Like, that actually allowed you to move forward, right?
It did because it's part of the game.
Yeah.
You got to charge it to the game, bro.
Right.
It's just like a relationship. You got to charge it to the game.
Yep.
It's like losing friends. You got to charge it to the game. You know, and when I lost my mom, that was like, okay, cool. Because I understood God does everything for a reason. And he's not going to put me in something that I cannot withstand, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So for me, I had this vision, bro, since I was a kid. I just had to walk into it. You know, and one thing about God is, like, he tell you, you know, I'll let you walk through the fire, but I'm not going to let you get burned.
Yeah.
But he didn't say it wasn't going to be hot. He didn't say he wasn't going to feel like you want to pass out.
Yeah.
And those are the times, so when I'm throwing a party, or if I've thrown a party in the past and no one showed up. We threw a pool party for 4th of July. It rained.
So people still out there?
Nobody showed up.
Wow.
But that's part of the game.
Yeah.
And you can't pick and choose. Success don't come overnight. It doesn't. This is a journey, man. It's a hell of a journey, and I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay, so, like, financially, what does that do if nobody shows up?
Financially, for me, it does something. It
Okay.
does something because you put a lot of money into an event. You could put $20,000 in and make 10 back. You could put $20,000 and make nothing back. You can put 100,000 and make 50. You can put 100,000 and make 500,000.
Yeah.
It just depends on how the event goes. And every event is not going to be a successful event. You're going to lose on some events. Now, to the average person, you put in 100,000, only make 75,000 back. They like bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But when you actually know what you was trying to make, because I have an overhead I got to pay. I got to pay security. I gotta pay my DJs. I gotta pay my bottle girls. I gotta pay my door workers. I gotta pay my staff. I gotta pay HPD officers if needed. I gotta get tickets. That costs. I gotta do radio advertisement. We was with 102, and I set with iHeartRadio and 102, Magic 102, which is Radio 1, and we sat with them at the table, and we're letting them know. We're asking questions like, okay, well, this is how much these spots are gonna cost. You know, this is how much. All that takes money. So you gotta think about all that you didn't put in, and then when the event come, nobody shows up. Or let's say people do show up. But they didn't show up the amount that you expected. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though. Because
so how do you manage that financially? Like dealing with that if something don't go your way, how do you go about managing that?
Go back to the drawing board. Restructure, replan.
Okay.
See what you spent too much money on. Maybe you spent too much money on certain things that you didn't need. You get what I'm saying? Where I took a loss at. Did I take a loss with alcohol? Did I take a loss with parking? Did I take a loss with having too much police officers? Because as a promoter, as any business owner, you always want to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. Going into something and being prepared and actually understanding like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what's going to take for me to get it done. And understand, okay, I'm not going to lose. I don't want to lose. But it's going to be some times to where I'm going to miss a couple of shots. So for me, I never try to get stuck up on the losses. Because if you stay there, you stay there all the time. So I'm like, okay, let's move on to the next thing. And like right now, I threw an event for Halloween. A lot of people showed up. It was a good event. I did that with my business partner, Money Making Boom, which is one of my business partners that I throw events with. And now I'm planning for, New Year's. I'm planning for Valentine's Day. And I'm getting ready for spring break, and then I'm coming right back with the Wet n Wild pool party again and Halloween. So I'm ready already.
I definitely gotta show up to that one. The Wet n Wild. I'm definitely gonna be looking for that.
For sure, you gotta come through.
Dang, man. It sounded to me like you gotta be willing to lose. To actually get a big win.
For sure.
Out of all of it,
for sure. You gambling. It's a gamble.
So
this ain't being a business owner, entrepreneur. You paying yourself. See, I have to set myself up financially. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I do has to be the right decision. I don't have time to play around and mess up. Now, it's going to come. But it's like, okay, what do you do after you mess up? But you have to go in this with the mindset that you're going to lose. And a lot of dudes in this game, they lose.
Okay.
And then some of them, they losing because of their own self.
Right.
Their own enemy.
Their own
you
choices.
Spending money on females. You spending money on bullshit. You spending money and throwing money away. And it's like you going this. You going in circles, bro. You chasing your tail. But for me, I'm looking at the ones that's winning. You know what I'm saying? I'm in meetings with dudes that's older than me, bro. And I'm asking questions. I'm looking and I'm like, damn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like when I'm in the club, bro, I'm not getting drunk and falling over. I'm not doing it. I'm actually.
You observing. You scoping for your next move.
I'm feeling for my next move. Exactly. So all the females and the alcohol, that's there for my people, man. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's like, I'm already thinking about the next event.
So I remember you was telling like, for the Paradachi Experience, you had people like come from, the women coming from Detroit, I don't remember the other ones, Florida, Philadelphia, and you let them come in free. Do you feel like letting them come in free is a marketing tool, great for word of mouth in those the other states they come from?
Take my glasses off for this one. I'm really glad you asked.
Because that was a move for real.
I'm glad you asked me that question. I'm gonna tell you why. In the beginning, it was.
Okay.
Yesterday price is not the same price. And for me,
talk about it.
I saw why I was taking a loss.
Where?
Because not financially.
Why?
But due to when I started doing it, people started taking advantage of it. Because when you come to Playground, you have to pay to get in.
Right.
And for me, because you want the success so bad, you want the notoriety so bad, you want the look so bad, you lower, certain standards that you normally wouldn't lower.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all normal. It all come with the game.
Yeah.
And I remember, a particular night, a group of people came, and they was like, so and so, you know, like
Yeah.
40 at the door.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, they already here.
40?
And I'm paying it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm not tripping about it because I'm like, man, look, I don't trip over dollars.
Right.
That you can find $40 walking outside the door.
Right.
But my homeboy, you know, the next day, he came and told me. He was like, you have to learn how to separate I-self from Paradachi Entertainment. Because I-self is not benefiting Paradachi Entertainment.
Right.
And you have to learn if it's not representing or benefiting or paying Paradachi Entertainment, you shouldn't do it.
Right.
Because when you put I-self involved, you're caring about how you look, you're caring about what people think, you're caring about what people say, you're caring about what, you know, a whole different narrative is going in your head about other things other than the brand. Because if I let people free all the time, they not gonna never want to pay.
Right.
Which means they not gonna respect Paradachi Entertainment.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They're not gonna respect it. And I remember Corey K, shout out to Corey K. But Corey K, bro, he said, you know, he got to a point when he first started, his friends didn't show up in costumes, he turned them around. And now they come to his parties if he's throwing a costume event with a costume on. And I was like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck these motherfuckers, they gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you get to that point, it's like, man, now you gonna pay. Because if you really my friend, if you really want to support me,
Right.
and if you don't know me and you want to come in here, you're going to pay.
Right.
And one thing about females and niggas, bro, in Houston, they're going to pay to have a good time.
Oh, yes.
So for me, that's when I had to put my foot down and be like, okay, now I'm finna step into CEO mode.
Yeah.
So when the Halloween party came, I was selling tickets. Ask me how many people was like, I was like, nah, you got to pay for it.
Yeah, it's Paradachi. This ain't self.
And they paid.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
That's what he meant.
Niggas that I grew up with, bro, that I ain't seen in a long time, they hit me up like, hey, bro, we finna come. They paid like $70 for like 4. It was like 6 something for them, something like that. And they paid them about tickets and they came, bro.
Stand on business.
I'm standing on business.
Set the standard.
I have to. Bro.
And that's important in any business. And even me being a school teacher, that's definitely something I have to do all the time, every day, consistently.
Even when you don't want to.
Stand on business. Yeah, it's tough. And I hate having to do it sometimes because I know my students, but you have to do it. And they know you have to do it. Even they say stand on business. That's where I got it from.
Yeah, bro, you got to stand on
I hear all the trends from the kids.
Yeah, bro.
And it's a very important experience. It's like the best experience because I'm somebody to look up to, and I'm meeting people like you, and they're going to be your customer one day. Yeah, exactly. They're going to be your client.
Exactly.
And this podcast itself is a very important interview because I'm a school teacher, but I respect what you do because it's like...
I appreciate that, bro.
I went to college parties. Like everybody have experience of going to parties. Parties is fun. Yeah. It's like the playground for adults.
It is.
So why not? But also you gotta understand you adult and you know money is just a tool.
Yeah.
So since it's a tool, you do have to pay to get in the playground.
Exactly.
All the time.
All the time. Space.
But I understand where you was coming from with the letting them come in free from another state because
now
first time, that's cool.
Now, when you got a lot of people paying, it's okay to let some people come in free. Right. You got certain people that you rock with, you know what I'm saying? But it comes to a time to where even ones you rock with have to understand, like, this is what he do for a living. Yeah. I'm not going to come to your job and steal.
Right.
I'm not going to come to the, I'm not going to do that. I respect what you do.
Yeah.
And you may not even be the boss of the CEO.
Right.
So my thing, I think a lot of people get caught up into the friendships and the memories, you know, and the camaraderie and everything like that. But nah, you got to pay, man.
Yeah, the friendship was you being who you were yourself. Exactly. But Paradachi is a whole different entity.
Exactly. That's why when I go to club, and don't get it twisted, bro, because sometimes when I go to spots, I'm like, $40. Like, we went to Rooms the other night for PV graduation.
Right.
And they like, $40 to park, $40 to pay in. Man, I ain't paying that. I did.
Boy.
But I'm never the person that's saying I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because when I throw an event, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
You understand that.
Yeah, so, because like, you making money off of the parking lot, the door, tickets, alcohol, sections. So you got to think about how much money it is.
Right.
So it's like.
But see, the experience is different in Houston because I'm from Louisiana, and that's where I experienced going to parties. We didn't have to pay for parking.
See, it's different.
It's different.
And one thing I like about
it's so
New Orleans,
different,
bro.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying, I'm getting ready to go to New Orleans pretty soon. I want to throw something out there. I don't know if you know who Larry Moreau is, but he's a promoter / entrepreneur / writer.
Nah, but I'm definitely learning a lot, man. Yeah. I'm learning a lot.
And every time you go back home, bro, go to Larry's. He got restaurants and all that, 9 yards.
Wow.
And I just love the way you guys party, bro. Y'all not on no negative things. Like everybody just come together, everybody vibing. The music, the culture is different, bro.
Right.
And when you look at that, bro, and you like, damn, You know what I'm saying? Like when I went to New Orleans for Essence Festival, bro, I was amazed.
Yeah.
Because everybody was just like supportive. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was just coming together in one room. It was amazing to me, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, shout out to them, bro, out there.
And that's interesting. Like Louisiana is like that.
Yeah, it is.
My family like that. And for people like you that's been in Houston your whole life to actually come to Louisiana, that means a lot.
The support is unmatched.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
when I tell you the support, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
Bro.
Man.
That nigga Buddy, bro, he like Fashanti, man. Bro, that's how he talk. He call me Fashanti.
Yeah.
My name Fashanti, but he call me Fashanti. He been cutting my ass since I was a kid, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like I let it slide.
What?
Bro,
yeah.
He was telling me today, he was like, bro, you a mogul, bro.
Yeah.
And he was speaking
life into
providence.
You. Yes.
And life into me.
Right.
And you know, the average person let they get to the head, like, I'm a mogul. Not right now, but he like, bro, I'm telling you.
But he caters in the way
that you're going to be, because he knows how much I want it when he cutting my hair. We talking about it. Every day I'm saying, like, bro, he's like, Fashanti, you post like 5, 6, 7 times a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
can't miss it.
That's how bad I want it.
Right.
I know it's people tired of me posting it. You know, I post a flyer, like, I don't give a damn.
Man, let them get tired. They gonna come.
You know what I'm saying? It's part
they
of
gonna
it,
come.
Bro, it's like, man, when I look at the Jay-Z's of the world,
right.
When I look at the Damon Dashes, when I look at the Kanye's,
yeah.
when I look at the Puff Daddies, when I look at the Michael Jacksons, when I look at the Floyd Mayweathers, bro, they all had somebody tell them what to do. Tiger Woods had somebody tell him what to do.
Somebody older.
He became one of the greatest golfers ever.
Right.
Michael Jackson had somebody tell him what to do. Became one of the greatest entertainers of all.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan had somebody tell him what to do.
Exactly.
Became one of the greatest basketball players of all. Floyd Mayweather had somebody tell him what to do, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Serena Williams, or Williams,
right.
and the list goes on and on. I'm a student at this game. I never walk in a room with an OG that's been in this game longer than me and act like I know more than him.
Right.
You a school teacher, I'm not.
Right.
I ain't gonna ever come to your place of business or where you teach at and try to out-teach you, because I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm in them rooms, even though I'm in love with this music business or the entertainment business, even though I'm in love with the glitz and the glamour, I'm always soaking for information.
Yeah.
I'm not challenging nobody I'm around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because these dudes was here before me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know shit like they do. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you some shit I've learned. I can tell you some shit that they taught me.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna challenge them. I'm telling them all the time. Like Ace, he always say, like, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, because you know he not my dad or whatever.
Yeah.
But I be like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do. Like, I'm
Right.
listening, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can tell me I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna soak this game up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, the providence that people speaking to me, it's unmatched. And I look at them like, how you know that? They're like, when you got the anointing on you, bro.
Right.
When God has placed the anointing on you, it's unmatched.
It's always unmatched.
It's unmatched, bro.
It is. And I always talk about, that's why Buddy came on, the importance of your barber is being able to like pour into you, because they in your head, bro.
In my head, bro.
They did close thing to you. They in your ear already.
Yeah,
And then, you know, he's speaking to you, they touching you, your head. So it's like, why not have a barber that understands where you going and can speak life into you? Because that means a lot. You always see him. You say you've been seeing him since you was a kid.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Since, like, he came to me when
Man,
I was walking with my mom.
That's homegrown. Like that.
bro. He came to me when I was walking with my mom and stopped me. Like, I'll give you a free haircut.
Free.
Gave me a free
See,
haircut.
but man, you around a hustler. You got a hustler cutting your hair. You a hustler.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And then you on this podcast, I'm a hustler. Like my whole business, my first business was Airbnb.
Okay.
But I didn't care what anybody said.
Yeah.
They're like, you gotta have a budget, you got this money, you got this. I said, excuse my language, but I was like, fuck it.
Nah, bro. Let me
We
tell
gonna
you,
start.
But let me tell you something, bro. A man without a dream shall perish.
Right.
It starts with a dream. It starts with a dream, bro.
Yeah.
Like this microphone. Somebody imagine that, bro.
Right.
Anything that you want to do, bro, you can do it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't listen to nobody. I don't care what nobody tell me. You
Exactly.
can tell me all day I can't do something. I guarantee you I'm going to do it. Now, I might not do it tomorrow.
Right.
I might not do it next week.
Right.
But I guarantee whatever you tell me I'm not going to be able to do,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it. You know,
Yeah.
For me, bro, I'm in competition with myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. You know what I'm saying? And, like, my mama always told me, like, you know, I always had a bliss with my name on it.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, that's motivation within itself, bro. You know, so yeah, keep doing that, bro.
For real.
For sure.
And then I have another thing.
Come on with it, bro.
Another thing I was wanting to ask you, cause you mentioned competition, But you know, sometimes competition is good. Do you have any people that you compete with in the promoting business?
Of course. I'm not
Is
even
it is old heads or is like people your age?
Old heads.
Oh
and
wow.
and it's ones that's coming up in the game.
Yeah.
That's my age too.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I don't look at it as competition.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're at that time. They paid their dues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you have somebody that's up here and I'm doing this, they didn't already did what I'm doing to try to get up here. Now they have to stay up there. You know what I'm saying?
And the only way is down.
Doesn't mean that I'm not coming, but I'm not coming for their position.
Yeah.
I just want to show that I'm gonna meet you up here. Because one thing about it, and I say this, and I'm gonna always say this, and I mean this.
Yeah.
Paradachi Entertainment will be one of the top brands. I will be one of the top promoters, and Paradachi Entertainment will be one of the top entertainment companies in Houston and also in other cities and states. I'm telling you that. That's how much belief and faith I got into it. I don't take this as a joke. I don't play with it. It's niggas in this game that's hustling. It's niggas in this game that's not going to sleep till 9, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So when I got people telling me, oh, you around all them females, I'm not worried about shit you talking about.
Yeah.
Because I know what it is to get to the top of the mountain. And I know what it look like.
You see it all the time.
But if I focus on the rocks and the shit that's tripping me, I'm going to fall. I'm not going to never be able to get to the top. So for me, bro, it's always a nigga that's starving. And a nigga that's hungry. And it's women in this game that's doing it too.
Wow.
Molo is doing it.
Dang, I don't know anybody.
Doing it. And it's cool.
Yeah.
But you learn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's an
yeah,
opportunity for us both to learn, bro. But Molo is selector group. Like, I'm looking at her all the time studying. Like, I'm behind the scenes. I'm just text her assistant not too long ago, like, I want to set up a meeting. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not to join you. It's not to be in competition with you. But it's to be like,
To
how
study.
did you get here?
Yeah.
Like, what is the formula to get here? What did you do throughout that period to get here? And where you trying to go? Bro, because that's worth more than being in a club, bro.
Yeah.
Because she ain't just doing parties anymore.
What's she
she's doing parties. She's doing James Harden birthday parties. She's
Celebrity
doing little
what?
baby events. She's doing Grammy Award after parties. She's doing Devin Haney. She just did Devin Haney party last night.
Wow.
Like, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, competition? Hell no. Like, this
Study.
motivation.
Right.
I'm like, fuck. What, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
for me,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, all the time. All the time, bro. Like, I was looking at Kevin Hart the other night. That's competition to me. Because of the way he throws an event, bro.
For real?
Yeah, bro. He promotes his own tours.
Wow.
He don't have a promoter. He promotes his own tours.
Wow.
When I look at AG Entertainment, they promote
Yeah.
tours. They just did Rod Wave and Future not too long ago. He did Little Baby. So I'm looking at that like, that's competition. That's
Yeah.
motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going after. Having 500,000 people in a stadium for an artist.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
the motivation. That's the competition. That's the like enthusiasm and aspiration. Like, it got me looking up in the ceiling at night like, damn,
Yeah.
bro. Because this entertainment business is deeper than just throwing parties. It's deeper. Everybody want to be a part of it. Everybody want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So like, also you mentioned like in the entertainment business, other things you want to get into. What about the record label?
That's one thing. I
And
wanna
being a
get
producer,
into.
right?
Yeah, that's one thing I want to get into.
I want to hear about that. Like,
I'll dive into that. So like I told you in the beginning, I get the music from my father.
Yeah.
You know, my grandfather was in the club business, so this is like in my blood, bro. My grandfather had about 2-3 spots back in the day. He had a club, he had, you know, a couple of restaurants and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And my dad has done a lot of things in the music business. He still has his own record label to this day. M&A Records is the name of it, Smooth Entertainment. And for me, I just like seeing him, bro, perform, bro. You know, like when I was a kid, I would be in the clubs, like cleaning off the tables, acting like I'm getting ready to perform, bro. Like, no
Right.
bullshit. And seeing that is what made me like want to be in music, because I love music. I got an ear for it. Like when me and my one of my closest, you know, brothers to this day, when we was kids, bro. I remember we would be on the phone and he'll call every record label that they is. We would call Capitol, Sony, Arista, like we would call Uptown, bro. We would call every record label that there was.
yeah.
He'd be like, "Hey, bro, my bro need a record deal, you know, woo woo." But for me, I knew how the entertainment business was, and I knew it was cutthroat. So I was like, damn, you know. And me and my dad have conversations to this day, like, what am I gonna do with his masters? You know, what I'm gonna do with his publishing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like that's one of the main things, starting up my own record label. So for me, like, bro, like a lot of people don't know, like when Puff Daddy first started, he didn't start. He started as an intern. Like Puff Daddy started as an intern, bro. You know, he started as an intern, and he was just finding artists, and then he was throwing he was throwing like talent shows at the colleges.
Yeah.
And you know that's how he started. And once he found Biggie Smalls, Clyde Davis, the same manager that had Whitney Houston, is the one that cut him a check to start his record label, and that's how that's the Bad Boy got started. And he was producing for Jodeci and Mary J. Blige and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
You know, so it's a lot of different stories, and that's why I say like all this, the promotion, the music, the entertainment, the nightlife, it all go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like, and especially nowadays, bro, it's everybody doing multiple things. So.
Oh yeah, everybody. I mean, cause when you talk about promotion, that does go like for events. Yeah. You gotta have the building, so the real estate, and then you mentioned like being a promoter. I feel like you have that ability to actually get artists for some reason.
You do. No.
And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, how does he? Cause I feel like you mentioned like the music label and stuff. I'm like, well, he's already having that ability because he's a promoter. Yeah, you got young dudes coming up that want to get their name out. They gonna reach into you. A lot of them. And I know that's hard too. Having that them youngins come. Yeah, it is. And they want to get a shot. So it's like, and you got to be picky because it's business.
They do it all the time.
It's going to cut in your pocket.
I've had a lot of people that ask me to manage them. Like, believe it or not, I have.
Yeah.
Like, I have. And, you know, like I got a little, one of my little bros, he really can rap. Like,
yeah.
He always come like, hey, bro, what you think you give me to perform, man? Woo. But for me, I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm really, you know, staying behind the scenes with it. But as I continue to, you know, grow and get a lot of more information, you know, in this game, bro, I'm really gonna take that music thing head on straight.
I feel like it's gonna happen. Because that's the pivot. I feel like it's gonna happen like the next 5 years for sure.
That's the pivot for me. You know,
for sure.
You know, that would be like if I was speaking basketball terms, that'd be my next championship ring for me.
So would you get into writing too?
Nah.
You want to produce?
I'll get into producing.
Okay, producing.
And I was just talking to my mentor about that, about my events and my parties. So now, like, you know, maybe not this upcoming year, but probably the next for 2025 for me. And if I do get into it, you know, I'll probably get into it too this year. But for me, I want to start, you know, shooting videos for my parties. You know, like little mini clips, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. You know, if I do like if I was to do like a 90s party, I shoot like a little 30-second clip, you know what I'm saying, and direct it and produce it. And I do like a little Belly intro, you know what I'm saying? You know the Belly intro when the Belly, I don't know if you ever seen Belly when it first came out.
Yeah.
When they had the blue
lights.
lights.
I used to watch Belly.
You know what I'm saying? Back to life, back to reality. I do something like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean when I say like actually diving deeper into like the entertainment business. You know
all right. And I was just thinking, you mentioned like 90s parties. What events or like trends sell the most when promoted for parties? Like, is it those events like 90s, Halloween parties, probably Christmas parties, New Year's? Are those the most like prevalent as far as like money, getting money in your pockets? Or is it just like certain things going on in the city?
It all depends. It could be the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July, summertime, let alone.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bringing an artist, an artist's birthday party. You know, somebody that's very, very popular, who have a lot of influence in the city, they might throw something, you know what I'm saying? So it's always things that you can go after. And those are the things that make you want to throw events, you know what I'm saying? 4th of July and stuff like that. But then you also have the times to where it's a drought. You don't got no holidays. There ain't nothing going on. So, you know, you want to target, you know, special things. That's when you start bringing, you know, comedians and stuff like that. It's just there's so much that you can do, man. Like, it's a lot, bro. It's really a lot.
So how many phone calls do you make in a day?
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
And who are those people you call?
I'm not lying. I'm not so serious.
You call? I feel like,
bro, and people think I be lying when I say this.
Nah, I really feel like you had upper hand.
Me questions, bro, that I be like, really, but why people think I be lying? But, bro, like literally, I call Ace right now. We on the phone all day. I can call Boom. We on the phone all day. Like I'm not big on texting. I'm big on calling. So for me, like,
I feel like you the plug. Yeah, you're a promoter.
like bro, everybody calling me, asking me what am I doing tonight? And sometimes I be like, I ain't doing shit tonight. I'm chilling because I never want to be the promoter that always gotta be out in the club. Yeah, I ain't want to do that. That's not what I want to do.
So eventually, you want to exclude yourself.
Well, not exclude myself, but I want to get into a position to where
delegate.
I got control of what and how much I do.
Without having to be there.
You know what I'm saying? Without having to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never want to be one of those guys that you always see. Because
that
nigga always in the motherfucking club.
That's what you get.
I didn't want that. So for me,
People
that's
start
how
to hate
I separate myself.
Yeah.
Now, there's no shade to the ones that do that. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. However you getting this, how you getting it. But you do have to be in the nightlife.
Right.
Like, you have to go out. I have to go out.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta go out. There ain't nothing I can just pick and choose. I have to go to certain events. I gotta go to certain concerts. I gotta go to certain parties. I gotta do that because that's how you rub and meet elbows, bro. You know what I'm saying? Being in this entertainment business is independency already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for you have to go out and have that mouthpiece and interact and talk with people, bro, because you got to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I was at Castle Lounge, I was talking to Sauce Walker. And I was talking about how much you need, to perform.
Yeah.
Talking to my manager. So I talked to my manager. He had an artist, another upcoming artist. Got it linked in with him. So it just depends, bro. It really depends. Like, it depends. When I got my homeboys with me, they cannot tell you it's not a night that it's not celebrities involved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's YouTubers. It's this.
I know YouTubers are big in Houston.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
It's crazy.
It's a YouTuber named Corey. We was in the Waffle House one night. My homeboy do YouTube. I don't do YouTube, but he do YouTube.
Yeah.
And we was in Waffle House one night. Corey just came in. And I was telling my homeboy, like, man, get your ass up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to do that for
you have to
people.
network.
You know what I'm
all
saying?
the time.
Like, you got to network.
Yeah.
And one of the girls that I had with me, because one thing about females, bro, they know a lot of people for some reason. They know a lot of celebrities. And I got
it's crazy.
homegirl named Lexi. Shout out to Lexi.
Yeah.
But she knew the group of guys that was with him. And, she told him to come. He came over there, bro. Follow me on Instagram, woo-doo-woo-woo. I didn't want the attention because it was for my partner.
Yeah.
And I stayed quiet, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to put my partner on. I'm not one of those niggas that's trying to always get the shine. You know what I'm saying? When it's my time, it's my time. And he just asked me, like, what you do? I got my own entertainment company. He's like, your own entertainment company? I'm like, yeah, for sure. He's like, I'm doing Drake after party tomorrow. He's like, for sure. He's like, for real? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. He's like, I'm going to come through. He's like, I can come through. I'm like, nigga, yeah, you can come through. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, man, I'm going to follow you on Instagram. Woo-doo-woo-doo-woo.
Yeah.
And he followed me. He didn't come, but he followed me. You get what I'm saying? And right there showed me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know who Black Tatted is, but Black Tatted, he got the, I don't know if you seen him in the Shade Room, but he got like the hookah pens, the vapes and stuff like that.
Nah.
So he like a big entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? He from New Orleans as well.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to go to his house. When I went to his house, it was a lot of celebrities around, a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that. He came back to Houston because he really locked in with my cousins. And they was doing his house because my cousin, they do interior design. So they was doing his house. And we had to go to Clay. So I went to Clay. I'm in the section with him. You know, he got his security, his staff, and everybody's whole team. So when we got ready to leave, my cousins was like, okay, you ride with him, Black Smoke.
Yeah.
And I'm with him, bro. And while I'm with him, bro, my spirit, like, God is telling me, like, hey, bro, tell him where to go for, like, the parties in the club, because he's looking for a club to go to because he want to build a club. He want his own club.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, look, we can go to Playground. We can go to address right now. I can make a phone call, get us in. He like, bet, let's do it.
Bro started spazzing.
Bro, so I called my partner. I say, look, bro, I got a celebrity with me. You know what I'm saying? I need security at the door. We in a black truck. We finna walk in. Bro, we walk in. We sit him down. Everything. My partner thought I was bullshitting because he a promoter too. Like, shout out to Goodfellas Mike. He a big promoter too. And he was like, he thought I was bullshitting. And we came in, we set him down, and his assistant was like, okay, so this is what you do? I like, this is what I do for a living. You know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, cool. Well, look, I tell you what, you're gonna be the guy that we contact when we come to Houston looking for a good time. So he was like, okay, where else can you take us? I like the address. Let's go to address. We go to address, bro. The line packed outside. We in a black truck. The owner come to the door, the manager.
Yeah.
I can't let nobody in, bro, because like I don't give a damn if Beyonce in the car. Can't nobody get in because we over, we're over our limits, over capacity. I'm like, damn. So we get out the car. I had connections. My cousins didn't know. They asking everybody else, you know what I'm saying? We skipped the whole line, kicked somebody out the section because of my partner Mike, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He put him in the section, and I took care of him, bro, and I built that relationship. And now, when I got certain videos, I repost Black Taddy. He tagged me in it. So, on his story. So those like the relationships when it comes to certain celebrities and stuff.
So you just took the opportunity, which is, bro did not wait. He was like, man, if I don't do this now,
I had to.
Ain't gonna be another time.
I had to. Bro.
That's how I be feeling. I'm like, bro, there ain't gonna be another time.
You gotta think about when it's your first time meeting certain people. I've met a lot of people.
Yeah.
When it's your first time meeting certain people, bro, you don't really know what to say.
You don't.
Know what I'm saying? But I knew within that moment where I had to.
Yeah.
I had to.
Networking is just odd. I ain't gonna lie. It's odd.
Like
I have to
have it in you.
Yeah, I have to go to a lot of events just for my podcast. I be going to a lot of events, and I'm like, bro, it's odd. But I just be like, fuck it. Let's just say something.
Yeah, for
you know what I'm saying? And then, go from there. It's just always gonna be odd. It don't matter if that person wealthy or not, or if they're a celebrity or not. It's just odd in general.
And you don't get nervous when you go around them. That's one thing my dad taught me.
Yeah.
When you meet a celebrity, you act like you one. You act like you just them. Don't treat them like you a fan, because they're gonna treat you like a fan.
Oh yeah.
Always look presentable just in case there's a picture that's being taken. And when you walk up to them, let them know what it is you're doing. Give them a business card. Give them your Instagram. And that's how I approach myself when I'm talking to them. I'm not like, hey, what's up, bro? Nah, I'm like, hey, I'm Paradachi Entertainment. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? What's your number? Let me get in contact with you. And I go from there. So
I'm definitely gonna be at your events for sure.
Oh, bro, you gotta come through.
Cause I'm definitely building my brand too, and I'm glad you said something about clothing brand. I'm not saying that I want a clothing brand, but that's the best way to market. Right there is people wearing your stuff. It shows that that brand promise, and then just that brand awareness. People gonna notice you from just that.
For sure.
So I'm glad you said you was taking that, and that's the route I want to take. Cause I'm like, man, if anything, since the world is so global now, we gotta take it global.
Yeah, you do. You're right.
And so that's my biggest question for you. Yeah. How would you go about taking it global? Because Paradachi that's a nice name.
Doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And going even harder with it, bro. I'm planning on going to the BET Awards. I got a homeboy. He does, he's a stylist.
Yeah.
He went to the BET Awards with Moneybag Yo. And he called me like, bro, you gotta come out here, and I didn't know you could just go. My dad told me, man, you could just buy a ticket. So BET Awards, the Grammys, New York Fashion Week, going to other concerts, bro, actually getting more involved in the entertainment industry, you know what I'm saying? And going on a mini tour. Like right now I'm getting ready to go to Dallas, New Orleans, Atlanta, Miami, DC, Chicago, and New York. That's what I want to go with. And when I go to these cities, I'm going as Paradachi Entertainment. Taking my team with me. I'm taking, certain people, even when I take certain pictures now, photographers, you know what I'm saying? The way that I carry myself, I have to carry myself if I want to approach that type of, chemistry, I guess you could say, with the entertainment business. So, and letting God just take care of the rest, bro.
Yeah.
God got me, man. I ain't worried about nothing, bro. The universe, bro, God working mysterious ways, man.
For real.
I know I'm supposed to be doing what I'm doing, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing it.
You wouldn't be thinking that at the level that you thinking at.
Yeah.
At this age, 22?
That's my mentor. He was like, man, you got to think about it. He like, bro, you just 22.
22.
He like, bro, think about when you turn most of these niggas that's
30,
in their 30s and
yeah.
40s. He's like, bro, I'm like, damn.
Right.
I stay, humble. I don't get too big-headed.
You're a very high-level individual, for sure.
Bro.
For sure.
I appreciate that, man.
And it's nice to see 22-year-olds, because most 22-year-olds that I know ain't thinking about doing a business or following their purpose. Yeah. They following chasing women and partying.
Yeah. And it come with it.
It come with it. But you standing on your business, you on your purpose, exactly. So it gonna come regardless.
Exactly. I don't do drugs. I drink from time to time.
Yeah.
I don't get drunk. And everything is out there for you to get into. But you got to know what to get into.
Right.
For me, I know what and what not to get into, and I keep individuals around me that's not gonna let me get into some
right.
shit. I've been around niggas that's doing lean. I've been around niggas that's doing pills.
Yeah, it's Houston.
I've been around all of that. I've seen females try to get me to do it. You know what I'm saying? In the strip club, I've seen all that type of shit. But how I was raised, I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it. Now, whoever do it, I'll rock with you all night. Yeah. But that ain't my thing.
That ain't your thing.
So
yeah.
Just, you got to pick and choose what you want to get into.
It all boils down to choice.
Yeah, bro.
And you chose to follow your purpose in the entertainment business.
For sure.
And I'm proud of you for that. And I'm glad that you see that everything that goes good and everything that goes bad is only just to make you go higher.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Everything that happens to you is for you. Nothing happens, to you.
Yeah,
everything
it's for
that
you.
happens to you is for you. It's not.
Right.
People think, oh damn, no, it's for you.
Yeah.
It's something that's gonna come out of this. You know what I'm saying? I learned that through a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I done been through a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can tell you, I'm always have a smile on my face. I'm always keep going. So it's just, being optimistic.
Anything you want to say?
Yeah, bro.
To the listeners?
Paradachi
to me?
Entertainment,
man.
you know what I'm saying? 2024, we got a lot of amazing things coming out. Shout out to Money Make It Boom. Shout out to, Ace. Shout out to Goodfellas and everything like that. It's a lot of things that's going on in the city. More events. Wet n Wild pool party coming back this summer for 2024.
Oh yeah. Be there.
And just expect a lot, bro. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be in the game for a long time.
For a long
and
time.
Shout out to you, bro.
Thank
you. Know what I'm saying? Much, respect and success on your endures, bro. And keep going, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. For real.
Appreciate it. All right, this is Paradachi Entertainment, and he was a special guest for us. I'm glad that he came through and like basically told us about the entertainment business. For all of y'all that are so ungrateful out there, whenever we do have these parties, y'all gotta be more grateful, man.
Yeah.
This is a young guy.
Man, y'all gotta.
He doing his thing.
And shit, man.
Right.
Y'all gotta come out and support a nigga.
Y'all gotta show love, man. It's Houston.
All positivity.
For real. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow Paradachi. What's your Instagram handle?
I Am Paradachi is my personal. Paradachi is my business page. And TikTok, I Am Paradachi. Twitter, I Am Paradachi.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard the man. Go ahead and follow. Peace. We out. Also,